What up, everybody? Thank y'all for joining us on another episode of the Daily Smoke. I'm your boy, Brother Jam.
Brother Ron.
Brother Black Hand.
Brother Black Hand on the cam as always. As y'all can tell, we missing our brother Lowe's.
Yeah, man, we
missing him for a very good reason. What's up?
The remote control.
I got it. But we're missing him for a very good reason. Because he's going to his daughter's wedding.
Yes, he is.
Congratulations, brother.
Yes, he is.
You know, we miss you, of course. No doubt about that. But,
yes, he is.
Man, so happy for you. So proud for you, man.
Yes,
I know your chest is swelling up because we know how you get.
Yeah. Oh, you know I was going. Oh, I forgot. Man, we got to have a camera down low enough so the whole time I was going to shake my knees.
Oh,
the entire time I was going to do the whole episode. I was going to just be shaking my knees the whole time.
We'll say that for Friday.
Okay, got you. Watch Friday.
So watch Friday. We're gonna shake our knees for Lowe's.
I got the jokes. I got them jokes.
But all right, before we go any further, let me jump into our sponsors real quick. You know how we do with our affiliates. Please check out Bangin' 832 Radio and bangin832.com if you want to check out their website. They do post old episodes of the Daily Smoke every Sunday at 7 p.m. So they do get previous episodes that we recorded, but they also have their own platform. They got radio stations, songs, music, interviews, and things like that. So all of that is on their thing. Hold on.
Oh, Los the Ghost.
Lolo.
You got to bring him in.
Oh, hold on.
There you go. What's happening, man?
Oh, shit. God damn it. I fucking hung up on him. You know,
They're having technical difficulties.
I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, that ain't Black Hand fault for this one. That's on Jam.
Our next caller gonna call in and curse you out. Watch.
Shit, it'll probably be Los.
Exactly. Call back on. There you go. Uh-oh. Better be honest, but start ringing.
There you go.
Bet you get it right this time.
Call from technical difficulties.
What's up, my brother?
What's up,
My
man?
bad. That was 100% me.
Yeah, no, it's the Low live from Detroit, from the Motor City.
That's what's up.
Good to hear from you, man. How's everything? How was the trip?
No, everything was good. Flight was like very uncomfortable, but other than that, everything was good. The White Castle was good.
White Castle. I want a White Castle burger right now so bad, man. Oh my God, bring something to the airport. Bring some White Castle, please. They'll let you on the plane with it.
Hey, why y'all ain't using them people's donation? I don't see the smoke in the background.
Oh, it's there. Oh. You gotta get your glasses adjusted.
maybe he watching it on his phone so he can't see.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
You know what? No, I was watching that last show on the phone, and I tried to call Bobby to tell him that when we did the Nicky Giovanni, the clap from the board, it came through. It sounded real nice.
Thank you.
Nice. Okay.
That's what you do. That's what you do. Take pride. That's what you do. See?
So when is the wedding, man?
Saturday.
So you got some days to chill out and kind of enjoy your daughter and your grandbaby and everything.
Oh,
huh?
yeah.
Right. No, I got to meet my second granddaughter finally. So she a little Mexican kid.
I got one question to ask you what Bobby Daddy asked him. Did you cry?
No, I'm gonna be doing all my crying on Saturday.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm waiting on.
He's saving it up.
I'm waiting on that show. I'm waiting on that show. Cry Daddy, dude. Crawl Daddy. Now you got Crawl Daddy. You got Cry Daddy.
Years, coming through. So,
but it's good to hear your voice, man. I can't lie to you, brother. Like, it's really different, flying Missing Man formation, man. We miss you already.
I'm still coughing.
Case in point.
Smoking on that legal weed and shit.
Case in point.
Shit, man.
I was
telling Ron, I said, we've done shows without him. We've done shows without me. This first time we've done a show without you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? That's why when I got on at 8 o'clock and it wasn't on yet, I'm like, oh, hell, here we go. Technical difficulties and shit. Ron didn't get to the crib. He forgot to open the door. I'm outside waiting.
There you go. There you go. There go the voices.
Ah, shit.
But yeah, man, we miss you, Brother Lowe's.
I had to call in, so I'm one of the ones always telling people, y'all, you can call in. So shit, I had to call in if I'm not there myself. You just call in and have a good time.
Right.
We definitely gonna talk to you for
I
sure.
wanted to, what I really wanted to do was about the topic for today, real quick.
Holla.
I don't really get too disappointed because I don't put too much high expectations on people.
Call in and share that with us, man. You're gonna be here for a minute. Call in and talk about it.
What's that?
Call and talk about it when we get into it. I love to hear your point of view on that even deeper, man.
Well, it'll be the normal Losi Lolo counter. I don't give a fuck.
All right, man.
So,
We got
anyways, I'll let y'all go so y'all get on with the rest of the show. Y'all got to, pay the sponsors, pay our bills.
Exactly. This is hard in the dark.
Losi Lolo, much love for your support. And thank y'all for tuning. Oh, hey, hit that like button, like I always say. Make sure y'all do that.
We needed that for sure, brother.
Call us
Thanks
when we
for
start
calling
talking
in,
again, man.
What's that?
Call us back. Call us again when we start talking, man.
Oh, all right, cool. Hopefully, some of the fans out there call in too.
You'll be the encouragement that'll get them started.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But don't forget, hit that like button, like.
All right, brother.
All right, man.
Later.
Peace. But yeah, man, glad he called.
Absolutely.
Oh man. But anyway, I was doing a
Sponsors, because I'm waiting.
Banging 832 Radio. We covered them, so let's go on to our sister
There we go.
Tamia's Touch and Care Massage Therapy. Touch my body. To get with life, get a massage. Please check her out at www.tamiaanderson.com. Good sister, good-hearted person, and she'll take good care of you. Trust me.
I really look forward to that.
But yeah, man. Okay, so please check her out. And of course, we got the Buy Black Market.
Start remixing.
The Buy Black Marketplace at the Shrine.
10 times without stuttering. Buy Black. How it
Oh,
goes.
yeah. No. I can't even say their website without.
Original Buy Black Marketplace. Yeah, you got to do Black Vendor Market. Yeah, you got to say all of that.
No,
Go ahead.
too many B's in there. I'm going to mess up.
You hear that B?
If you got a black-owned business and you want to get a chance to try to promote your thing, that's definitely the best spot in Houston to do it. And if you want to support black businesses, go out and spend some of your cash in the community, man. You know, it's one thing to talk about it. It's another thing to actually put your money where your mouth is. So please go and check them out every first and third Saturday of the month from 12 to 6 p.m. Also, this month is ADHD Awareness Month. So please don't forget that October is ADHD Awareness Month.
Can you please
So
repeat that?
go out and learn what you can about it so you are able to help those with it and taking care of ones who have it. So please
I remember a word you say. Say again.
I can tell Los wrote this.
I understand. Huh?
It said, don't forget,
Okay.
October is ADHD Awareness Month. So go out and learn
Just
what you
keep it
can
again,
about
man.
it.
Start over.
Nigga, I ain't going back over this no more. In other words, go out,
Need my bed.
information on ADHD, find out something. And if you find out something interesting, call in on the show and talk to us about it.
Talk to us about it.
We'd be interested to learn.
Absolutely.
And I can't forget that coming up this November 10th, we have an interview on Long Live the Arts with our very own wordmatician, Miss Tiffany Scales. She's going to interview the American poet, writer, commentator, activist, and educator, the great and legendary Nikki Giovanni. Unlike Los would say, it's not Nicki Minaj. It's
Man.
Nikki Giovanni.
Man.
It's Nikki Giovanni. So please check that out. It's going to be a fantastic interview. I know Tiffany and Miss Giovanni will not disappoint y'all.
No,
So
they
please
are
make
not.
sure y'all tune in for that on November 10th.
Man,
This is coming up.
Can you individual out of all of us? I'm being very honest.
Right.
Can you think of a better individual out of all of us to interview, Nicki? Man?
Absolutely not.
Can you think of a better person, man?
I'm not intimidated by most of the interviews we do.
Yeah.
But I would be intimidated by her.
You know what I mean, man?
Right. Yeah.
Like, that's, like, I just want to see, like, because I think highly of Tiffany. And Tiffany, we are wishing you a speedy recovery, sister. Our hearts and thoughts and prayers are with you. I cannot think of a better person, man, to talk with Nicki Minaj and pick her brain and the way that
Nicki Giovanni.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, it happened again. You know what I mean? Oh, it happened again. Oh man, oh Lord,
you channeling the spirit of Los.
Well, we're finna get canceled, man. But yeah, I couldn't think of anyone else that could like engage with Nicki Giovanni like that.
Yeah.
Out of us, no one better than Tiffany, man. Because I'm fans of them both. I really am.
Yeah. Because honestly, man, it's really one of those situations where I think that's going to be like a meeting of the minds.
A meeting of the mind.
Because you've got Miss Giovanni, who's got such knowledge and wisdom and such a powerful speaker. I mean, she's been doing this for decades.
She knee deep. Yeah.
But then at the same time, you got somebody like Tiffany, who's younger and fresher face.
There, she locked in, and she knew.
But she's where Nicki Giovanni probably was.
Exactly.
Somewhere around that age,
Exactly.
that fire and that hunger.
Exactly.
So it'll definitely be interesting.
I ain't doing nothing,
but it'll definitely be interesting to see the two of them have a conversation. I'm just glad to be in the room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah.
But and please don't forget, if you want to find out anything about any of our affiliates, anybody that we do business with, please check out our website at www.thedailysmoke.com. That's THADailySmoke.com. And if you are so inclined to donate, we do take donations at our Cash App, $TD Smoke. So it is there. Please be willing to utilize it. We've had a few donations recently, and I want to say thank you to all the people who've donated recently.
Thank you all.
Yeah, so we really do appreciate it. Trust me, every dime you donate goes right back into the show. So we just trying to make a better product for y'all. So please, if you are so inclined, how you been, brother?
Man, I gotta say something, man.
All right.
Before we go there, man, I think one day we need to do an episode. This is real talk, bro.
Okay.
I think we need to do an episode on the validity of you can actually speak things into existence.
Manifestation.
You can. I believe it so well, not only my own personal life and all that kind of stuff, but man, did anyone ever tell you how the whole conversation regarding Nicki Giovanni came about?
Yeah, I've heard the story.
It was just that simple.
Yeah. And
out of that conversation, an individual took action and made it happen. And we had to, in terms of who we are, as a group of individuals, like we're small in number and influence, but look at who we got in touch with, over many people, many universities that's been wanting to speak with Nicki Giovanni.
Right.
And here she is.
We just reached out a hand and she was there.
This individual reached her hand out and made it.
Like you could do the same thing with Angela Davis.
So, look, man, she don't know me.
Right.
And she is family, but my family ended up breaking up behind a lot of money. And she on that other side.
Okay.
And it ain't happening.
I mean, hey.
I'm just cutting to the chase. It ain't happening.
You never hurts to ask, though.
But if I thought that would have been an opportunity, absolutely I would have reached out. Because of what happened with us with Nicki Giovanni. And by the way, Angela Davis is one of my top 4 heroes in history.
Right.
Thank you. But that is one of my heroes. That is a brilliant woman, man.
Yeah. I saw an interview she did recently where they was asking her about the photos that was used of her back then on her wanted poster.
I love it.
and they were talking about how the FBI intended to try to make her look threatening or dangerous, and like she could, do some stuff, But what it wound up becoming was those images got used as by the counterculture.
Absolutely.
They inspired people, especially her with that afro.
Absolutely.
And man, listen to her talk about it. She was like, honestly, she was like, for the longest time, I distanced myself from those.
Really?
She's like, because to me, that wasn't me. That was the perception of me that the public had. She's like, but that wasn't me.
Right.
She's like, so those were kind of, for a while, yeah, I was, that person, especially when I was on the run and stuff like that. But she's like, at a certain point, she felt disconnected, from those images, and I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, she had a good time doing it. I promise. Like what she was trying to distance herself from, she had a good time doing it, and that's what the counterculture was really zapped into at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think she fit in well. I became a fan of Angela Davis when I found out that she defended her dissertation on Immanuel Kant, one of Germany's most prolific thinkers of all time. And she did it in German.
Wow. Damn. That's a hard language to learn. Most of those Slavic languages are really difficult. But damn, to do a dissertation in German?
That got me so interested in her that I started like all but worshiping at the altar of Angela Davis. Like that's how much of my time and my energy I committed to learn about her. Interesting enough, my final assessment of Angela Davis, my brother, is this: if she gets it her way, she will be the greatest liberator of Black people since Harriet Tubman. And I didn't understand it until I understood she sees all these Black males and females and people of color in the judicial system as political prisoners.
Right.
And she has her reasons why they should be free. If you know the reasons, it makes a whole lot of sense where if at any point in time someone with a rational mind at the upper levels of government hear what she was saying and start letting Black people of color go out of the penal system, you will see an exodus of people of color that has not been rivaled since Harriet Tubman herself.
It'd be a new...
she would be the new Moses.
Right. It'd be a new damn renaissance if you did that.
Easily, overnight. Easily.
There was a mosquito in here.
Oh.
And it bit me. And
what kind of perfume you got on?
I actually don't have on any today. That's probably the reason why it bit me. Because that's all I smell like right now is cocoa butter.
Oh, it got grease on it too?
Like, ooh. That was that glaze on it. Like, ooh, that's it. I like my niggas glaze.
I gotta ask, speaking of glaze.
Oh, shit.
Shipley's a Krispy Kreme.
Oh, fucking Shipley's all day.
Man. I'm trying to tell you, man. Tell these people out there, man.
I mean,
please.
Krispy Kreme will do if somebody else buys it. Like, you show up at work and your boss bought donuts for the office or something like that.
I guess.
And you're not going to say no because it's a donut. You know what I'm saying? You're going to eat.
That's true.
You're not going to say no.
That's true.
But if you ask me.
That's true.
If you ask me, I'm going to say go to Shipley's.
I know, huh?
Hands down. Fuck Dunkin' Donuts. Fuck whoever else sell donuts. Hell, I don't know. But Shipley's is all it is.
That's all that matters.
Shipley's. Send us some donuts so we can sponsor you.
Exactly.
Shit, for real, man. Exactly. I would love to have sponsorship with Shipley's. True.
Man, I guess this fits right on point. Like, I remember when I was raised on Shipley's and I ended up living in Atlanta. And everybody was crazy about Krispy Kreme. This is like the mid to late 80s. And everybody's all about Krispy Kreme. And then you're like used to Shipley's, so you just moved here to Atlanta. And then somebody like, ooh, got Krispy Kreme donuts. And you bite into it and it was nasty. Because you're so used to what versus what they say, you're used to Shipley's. You know what I mean?
Right. It's no comparison.
It's no comparison. But it was hyped up, And My level of disappointment feeds directly to the title of this show. How well do you deal with disappointment?
Man, I would honestly have to say this is one of those subjects that when I saw this is what we was gonna be talking about, I was like, oh, I got experience for days. You know what I'm
That's what's
saying?
up.
You know, you live long enough, you're gonna deal with disappointment. That's for sure. And the levels of disappointment that you can deal with can be staggering.
Like what, man?
You know, that's a level of disappointment, especially because, some of us do approach marriage with that something new. That was my relationship goal, growing up. So to get married at a young age when I did, and then to live through the things that wound up making that marriage not work, and the level of disappointment and failure that I felt at that time,
Really?
man. But it was in a way, and of course this is some things you can only see with hindsight, but in a way it was actually a good thing for me because it made me reflect, and it made me reassess my value, my opinions and my values on love and relationships, on communication and how important that is. All these different things that I wound up learning because of how that relationship failed. I mean, I would not want to go through that again by
that
any
bad?
means. Oh, for me, it was really rough. It was really rough because I was the one who didn't want the relationship to end.
Really, man?
Oh yeah, I was ready to stay and try to fight it out.
Okay, so before going any further, I want you to know this is from me to you. I know the camera's on, but we're gonna talk like we.
That was the hardest. We've talked before about suicide, right?
Yes, I survived.
I've never contemplated suicide until I went through my divorce.
Are you
Oh
serious?
yeah, it took a lot out of me, man. The only thing that kept me going was my kids.
Really?
If it had not been for my kids, I might not be here.
Hey, man, what for you to get to that point? Like, what happened? Because that's a hell of a disappointment, man.
I'm not finna.
Whatever you comfortable with,
I'm not gonna air that laundry out.
Sure.
But and me and my and just for the sake of completeness, me and my ex are friends. My ex-wife, me and her, we are friends. We are great co-parents. We came to a point where we realized we were better friends than we were being married to each other, and that's cool. So it's not like an animosity thing. The relationship ending was hard on me because I didn't want it to end.
I feel you, man.
And that goes to that disappointment.
I feel you.
I couldn't understand why, after putting the effort, hey, what's up, Danny? Oh,
Hey, what's up, my
Danny in the
brother?
house.
What's up, cousin Danny?
Good to see you,
Glad to
Danny.
see
Glad
you
to be back
man.
with us, man.
Yeah, he's healing. He's healing.
But the level of disappointment, man, was so deep for me right then because I really had gone into the relationship and the way that I viewed it was, okay, I'm married now. That's it. It's good. I'm good for life. Whatever happens, this part is done. It never crossed
I
my
know
mind.
exactly what you're saying.
It never crossed my mind the idea of divorce. Yeah, we're gonna have some difficulties. Yeah, it might be some days where you want to throw a frying pan in my head, and some days where I might want to, throw a brick at you. That's gonna happen. But the marriage part was supposed to be done in my mind, and so that's just something that I wasn't ever planning on. The idea of a divorce was something that I was never planning on even having to contemplate.
What was your knee-jerk reaction? Like, how did you deal with that initially? Oh, no. I have a better question.
Okay.
I have a better question, to be fair. Initially, how did it affect you?
Oh, I lost it.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah. I sunk into a depression real fast.
Did you,
Like
man?
almost overnight. Like literally, it was like one day, happy-go-lucky John, doing what I do, work and whatever, and then we had that conversation, and it was like, okay, well, I want to separate. Oh shit! And even people around me at the time was like, we knew something was wrong. We just didn't, know that it was that because it was obvious. There was no, I wasn't even prepared to put up a screen to try to hide it from people.
That wasn't even an option.
It wasn't even an option.
Like, that's a whole new reality.
Yep. And it like how we've talked about how perception controls your reality. My reality did not contain the idea of divorce at that time. It was something that blindsided me completely.
Exactly.
See,
man, it is for that reason that when I date a chick, man, and stuff started getting serious, like, okay, well, would you consider marrying her? Would she consider marrying, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I always, during these conversations, throw this bomb out there, but it is the truth. If I get married, I need my wife to know that unless I do something stupid, like I try to take your life, for whatever, I lose my mind, whatever the case may be,
go crazy or something.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I understand. Other than that, or me having to get on medications because now I got to go to some state hospital because I lost my mind. Outside of something like that, whatever problem that comes up between you and I, we're going to work this out because death is the only way out. And I'm going to make sure I'm a really good dude. I may not be perfect,
right,
but I'm going to work my butt off to make sure that I'm a really good dude.
And see, that was my mentality.
That's, what I mean? When
I got married. Yeah.
Like, I really look at it that way, but you know why I haven't gotten married? Because I watched y'all. No. I don't mean no disrespect.
No,
I know how they may sound.
But no, I don't take it that way. No,
okay, yeah. I mean no disrespect.
I understand what you mean.
Because when it happened to you, John, this is real talk. When it happened to you, I've always admired you as an individual, as a person, your character, your ethics, what you stand for, how you help, you there for your family, your kids. I knew you when I was a kid. And to see the kind of dude you are, you're a beautiful dude, man. And in my head, out of fear, not that I won't find it one day,
right?
But in my head, out of fear, growing up, when I saw it happen to you, now it's happened to somebody else that we know. Okay, you kind of brought on yourself. But when it happened to somebody that's a good dude, you're like, oh my God, if that happened to him, the hell am I?
What chance do I have?
I hear you, man.
But yeah, I get that. But I tell people all the time,
damn,
the situation with my marriage didn't actually sour me on marriage, though. That's the thing. It ended. I mean, don't get me wrong. The beginning of it was rough. There was definitely spots in there when I was just like, hell, if I could have, I'd pulled some damn hair out of my head, But I mean, pain that you
bad.
Horrible. Yeah. But when everything was said and done, and me and my ex-wife, we came to an understanding, and we both agreed. Eventually we both came to the conclusion that this was the best course of action.
Kids involved?
Oh, of course, of course, 3 of them.
Oh no,
because we had 3 together.
Oh no.
Yeah. So when everything was said and done, we came to an understanding, and I became a better person for it, a more grounded person. And that's the thing. When dealing with disappointment like that, you have to be introspective. You have to take the time, because it's very easy to look externally. It's very easy to point fingers and go, you hurt me. You did this wrong, and that's why I feel this way.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a lot harder to look back at yourself and go, what did I do that allowed this to happen?
Mm-hmm.
Because you always play a part. Nobody's passive.
Absolutely.
Nobody's passive in their own life. And so when you're looking at something that didn't go the way you wanted it to go, you have to ask yourself, what did I do? Now, not saying that it's all your fault.
I agree with you 100%.
Right. But acknowledge the role that you played in your own situation.
Absolutely.
And if you don't do that, then everything that happens to you is a waste of time, because you're going to do it again.
And that part right there, that's my disappointment in some of my closest friends. That point right there, what you're talking about, because we're talking about how you handle disappointment.
Right.
See, that part right there, John, I'm like, okay, what part
done something, but Y was doing something too. Yeah.
Exactly. Ain't nobody innocent. You know what I mean? And there are people that I know in my personal life trying to have honest conversations like you and I have, man, and be like, okay, well, what role was it for you?
Yes, Danny.
And they say, no, I had nothing to do with it, whatever. I did everything right. It was that problem. It was her. It was him. It was Charlie Lobb. Like, now come on. And they will literally, even though they know deep beneath, you know what you did. You know what the real problem was.
Right.
But on the surface, it's always that BS. Like I didn't do nothing or whatever. And I'm like, damn, see, I thought you was a real person in that.
That's how you know when you have a good friend. Because if you're talking to somebody about a situation that
I thought you was real in
and
that.
they call you out on that, that's how you know you got a good friend.
Absolutely.
A lot of people,
they double down on that insanity, John.
But a lot of people take that as, oh, you're not understanding what I'm going through. No, I understand what you're going through. You hurt. But let's really talk about
sure.
Because I know you.
You know what I mean? Like, ain't nobody walk out of this, unscathed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Come on. And that's the thing. You can see it in people you don't know that close to, you're that close to, or, what have you. But for everyone that knows that they are fundamentally complicit in this whole scenario, they also, you can pick up when they lying to themselves. If you listen to them talk, you can follow the lie. And they will sit there and deny it to high heaven.
You know who was good for that? For me?
Shit, me for one.
Well, you, aside from you though, Maverick.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Because the thing about Maverick is he doesn't say it. He doesn't call you out. But if you paying attention, because I'm used to talking to Maverick and I know his little signals, and when I was BSing, he go, oh.
See, I ain't that patient.
Okay. And when I would see that reaction out of him, I'd be like, why are you doing that? And it would make me start looking at myself, and I'd get quiet and be like, oh, okay.
You know why I'm confrontational on that point?
Why is that?
Because I'm going to remind you that if you trusted me enough to share these innermost secrets with me, don't come back and try to lie to me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Don't do that. Because now you're messing with my intelligence. So every time I pick up on you lying to yourself and I call you on it, the next time we have a conversation like this, won't be no conversation. Because you're not going to call me. Because I'm going to call you out on when you lying to yourself about the situation.
But see, that's one of the reasons why I like talking to you back there.
But it's real. But that's the thing. I hold myself to the same standard.
Exactly.
But it's God is my secret judge. I hold myself.
But the thing about it is people, I mean, honestly, let's be real here. Unfortunately, the majority of the population is not good at holding their own selves accountable. So when somebody holds that mirror up for them to have to look back at themselves, they don't like it. You tripping. Why are you taking their side? I'm not taking nobody's side. I'm talking to you.
Remember who you're talking to.
That's the way it goes.
You know what I mean? Like, remember who you're talking to.
But not everybody can handle that kind of honesty. And especially when you're already in pain, the last thing you want is for somebody to call you out on that BS. Because in a way, that BS is you trying to protect yourself from the shit that you know you did.
Absolutely.
But you already.
Absolutely.
And it's like, okay, hey, does this hurt?
Right.
It's that kind of thing.
Right.
It's like, okay.
Right.
Like, but otherwise, why'd you call me?
Right. And by the way, this wasn't no over the night conversation. Like, I've been knowing you a long time. You know what I'm saying? Oh Lord, what is Danny and Los in the chat boards? Oh my God, don't ever lie to me.
Don't ever lie to me.
Yeah, absolutely, Danny. You gotta. Hey man, so you gotta have accountability. You got to. But at that time, when you're trying to have them conversations with those people in question we're talking about, not only are they delusional, but they're very emotional.
Yes. Yes.
And that's messing with a lot of stuff that you're getting back from them. You actually do yourself better to just exit out of the entire conversation because they're so emotional and so illogical and caught up in how they feel.
Good over the years with some of the people that I'm close with, that if you come to me with a conversation like that and I'm sent BS, I'm like, okay, you're not being honest, but okay. I'm going to talk to you in a way where I'm gonna take you through a little loop,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna bring you right back to what you said, but I'm gonna make you get there.
Right.
So I'm not calling you out. I'm
I
gonna let you
understand.
call yourself out,
I understand.
and I'm just gonna be there to bear witness.
That's Rogerian therapy. That's a form of therapy. That
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So, well, that's the way I approach it, because I've learned by too many different occasions where I've tried to be honest with what I think is deep or earth shattering. I'm not giving you financial advice and telling you where to
Right.
invest your money. I'm just
Right.
giving you common sense. Hey, did you realize that when you was explaining this story to me that you know,
Right.
those kind of things. So you take that conversation and you really have to approach. I've had too many occasions, I should say, that people like that, when I've tried to be blunt with them or tried to be straight with them, I won't even say blunt, just straight, they get mad
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because
Touch the nerve.
you mad. You
Touch
know,
the nerve.
you already sore, you already tender,
Touch the nerve.
and I'm finna come poke you and say, hey, but you did that.
You know how this is, man. I mean this with all my heart. Like I fundamentally believe that this is just what I believe.
Right.
I believe at the end of the day, kind of like how I guess Bruce Lee would have said it. He did say it. Like all knowledge, regardless, is fundamentally about you. At the end of the day, it's about you.
Yeah.
And I remember when that really resonated with me. I used to get my heart broken by like women.
He's trying to get us canceled, even though we
There
ain't
you
here,
go. There
right?
you go. But I remember I got tired of getting my heart hurt, and I wanted to be above that, you know.
Okay.
And I said, Ron, you need to get real with yourself, man. Like, what do you? I'm really critical of myself. I started really learning more and more about who I am, and the problem with that kind of attitude, man, even whatever success it brings you, is you have to have mercy and be tolerant and patient with other people. And I have found that a lot of my greatest disappointments was my ego. Because my ego was saying, well, they should be at X, should be at Y, should be at Z, or they should be performing at a certain level, at least to where you are as a standard. But that's not fair.
Right. Right.
That's not fair.
Mm.
That's
You touched
my disappointments. That's what I've been working on.
You touched on it right there, because the ego plays a huge role.
A big role, man.
Because a lot of times when we wind up, the reasons why we wind up being disappointed about different things is because we set an expectation in our mind.
Exactly.
We think, and to continue using the same example that we've been talking about, marriage. I made up a decision in my own mind that my marriage was never going to end.
Yeah.
Was that realistic?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
That wasn't realistic. All things can come to an end at any given
true.
time.
That is true.
You know, she could have got ran over by a bus.
That is true, bro.
You know, anything could have happened. So that was an unrealistic goal. But
true.
my ego told me that, oh no, I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where thousands and hundreds of thousands of couples around the world end in divorce every day, but I was gonna be better.
Mm-hmm.
So that ego plays a role, because you think you're smarter. You think you're better. You think you can figure things out that somebody ain't never figured out before.
Right.
That you're gonna make situations
You're
turn out
gonna be
right, and with a bit of realism.
Exactly.
And you have to say, okay, yes, I want this outcome, but realistically, if I prepare myself for what might realistically happen, then that's going to decrease my chances of being disappointed in the first place.
My most memorable moments of bliss were when I had no expectations.
Exactly. When you go
Being
into a
very
situation with no preconceived notions,
Yeah.
and good things just happen to you
Yeah.
at will.
That's true, John. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I had no expectations, but that's on a grander scheme of things, like how you rule your life, things that rule, that you live your life by and guide by and all that kind of stuff. That speaks good overarching, but when you have to get shit done on an everyday basis, you're gonna set a standard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like having that tolerance, that okay, well, everyone learns their own pace, under certain conditions, all that kind of stuff. But if you're gonna get anything done, you have to temper that with, but I still got to bring you to a level of expectation. Making sense?
No, you making sense.
So it's like balancing the two with all the different variables involved. That has been that is for me myself. That has been one of my challenges as of late,
It's
especially
difficult.
since
I mean,
running this podcast with you guys.
Nobody has it perfect, brother.
Right.
Nobody has it perfect.
Right.
Because that's part of the struggle of life. When we started doing this podcast, of course, we want
Right.
100 million people watching us.
Right.
Endorsement deals being
Right.
thrown at us.
Right.
We want that to temper that desire, that dream, that drive with some realism and understand the work that's going to have to take to get to the point where we want to go. If you've been watching us, all this time, like Mama Pierce, we love you. If you've been watching us, we are now.
Mm-hmm.
We had to look at our goals, set realistic expectations on those, and move forward. Now, have we been surprised by certain things that go our way? Yes, we have.
Yes, we have.
Have we things to happen and they still go our way? Yes, they have.
Amen.
But walk that balance between realism and expectation. Because if we weren't successful at that, we'd have probably given up on this a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Easily.
Was
Because
it? Yes, we did. I guess for me, man, I always use I really try to pay attention in life.
okay.
And believe it or not, a lot of people think, but I really don't spend a lot of my time thinking and analyzing shit. I really don't. I'd rather be on dumb mode. You know what I mean? But
I can believe that.
you know what I'm saying? Be very honest. Be very honest.
Right.
But I have a dog that doesn't quite have it all.
Okay.
He doesn't. And I always use him as an example. And I'm not comparing people to this animal. It's the fundamental principle that I'm trying to drive home.
Right. Got you.
I'm a big disciplinarian. That's where I start. That's how I was raised. It's just that simple. Because I think if you establish discipline, there are a lot of benefits to that. And I remember I took that attitude towards him, and he was the only dog out of 4 that wasn't responding to my training.
Mm-hmm.
And, I couldn't quite figure it out. So when he wouldn't get it right, I'd spank him until I realized, one of the basic principles of psychology is, how do you know learning has occurred? If I ask you that question, how would you know that learning has occurred?
You have to see evidence.
Exactly. There has to be a change in behavior.
Right.
That's how you know learning has occurred. But his behavior wasn't changing. But the same consequence for the same behavior stayed the same. And I thank God for it. It came to me, he's retarded. I mean, I know that's funny, but
But
he's retarded.
I get your point.
You know what I mean? He's retarded. It's not going to connect. So anything you're doing at this point to try to beat it into him,
it's a waste of effort.
that's abuse.
Right.
And surely you don't believe in abuse now, Ron.
Right.
And from that day forward, I may have put my hands on him maybe one time, and it's been easily 8-9 years, easily. I'm saying that to say, man, that they can reach or fun. But what I don't realize is some people aren't going to connect the dots.
No. Right.
And no matter however way you say it, how smart you think you are, Ron, how articulate you think you may
Some
be,
things you can't
how well
outthink.
you can,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? No, you're not gonna change.
We got a couple of comments I want to go back.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Oh,
we
that's
got
what's
we got
up.
some
I hope that
comments.
makes sense, man.
Let's see. So we have Felicia Hickman. She says, people are going to be who they are. I disappointed myself trying to blind myself to red flags, expecting the person to change when they showed me who they were in the beginning.
Your expectations.
That goes right back to what we was talking about. It's the level of expectation. No one knows because they were contradictory to your
Exactly.
to the outcome that you
that
wanted.
was something else I had in mind.
Right.
It's
Let's
always
see.
ego.
Danny said, you must first vet every man, and every man must first vet every woman who he or she is considering for marriage. Valid point.
I don't know, man. You got some good liars, man.
You do. And narcissists are a thing.
Oh Lord, please don't get me started.
Narcissists are a thing. So there are people who can make it past the best vetting, but I get your point, Danny. So valid point still.
I dated a narcissist once. It was a good thing.
I'm sorry.
It was a good thing.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you know why?
Okay.
Because a narcissist, by nature, shatter you. They will break you.
Really?
Oh yes.
See,
Dealing with a narcissist to climb your way back to a sense of normalcy speaks more to your strength.
okay.
So it's,
That's a valid point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like some people say, hey, I survived the divorce. I survived the narcissist.
Get you a T-shirt.
Sure did. I sure did.
Okay. Another one from Danny said, disappointments are a part of life. It's all about how you handle the disappointments and discuss the way to fix what the issue is so there won't be any more disappointments in that manner or nature.
Depending on if they like you or not. No, really.
Well, like what he's saying is basically like learn from your mistakes. You know, if you were so hurt by a situation because you did your level of disappointment was so keyed up due to your unrealistic expectations or something like that, then learn from that and temper that so going forward you won't experience that level of disappointment again.
I feel that. As long as you ain't walking around, or the opposite of that is as long as you ain't walking around with some kind of armor, emotional armor that's preventing, walls that's preventing you from connecting with other people, right? Because of your
True.
disappointment in previous relationships.
True.
Now they got to jump some hurdles just to get your attention,
Just to be
or
able
get to you.
even be able to have a
That's
conversation
real.
with you.
That's
Yeah,
real.
that's true.
Pain will cause you to do some things. Absolutely, man.
Yeah. Thank y'all so much for putting that your comments in the chat. We do
Yes,
appreciate that
yes,
feedback. We
yes.
love that y'all are paying attention to the conversation. So
Yes.
thank you so much for that. We really appreciate it. If anybody is so inclined, please call in at 281-968-1029. And if you want to be a part of the conversation, we'd love to hear your input live and on the air. And you can just make your statement, ask a question, and keep it moving. You don't even have to stay on the phone like Los did.
Remember the CEO's mom?
Oh yeah.
That's her right there. I wish I was there. Call in and talk to her. We'd love to hear what you got to say. We only got some more minutes left. So
I mean, it's up to you.
all of y'all are watching. If y'all got something to say, we'll give y'all the floor. Can't go too far. But we'll give y'all the floor. We got the last couple of minutes. Talk to her.
We got 9 minutes left. If somebody want to come in and talk to us for this 9 minutes, or you got something to say, it's only gonna take 3. We can have 3 of y'all call in. Come on.
Yeah, call in.
But the number's flashing up on the screen. If you are so inclined, we'd love to hear from you. But as always, man.
Oh Lord, Cassandra Johnson about to call in.
Oh, here she go.
Yeah, man. She a brilliant young lady, man. I've known Sandy for as long as I've been back home, man. Very good.
Real?
Yeah, man. Good sister, man. Highly qualified, multiple degrees, psychologist, all that kind of stuff. And we always manage to find a way to go at it. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it.
She says she needs to hear about surviving a narcissist.
Oh man, dude,
that might have to be a whole episode.
I'm down with that, man. It was so bad for me. It crumbled me so bad. Now, mind you, this is after I even got a master's. It ain't like you getting stuff pulled on you don't know what's going on.
Right.
Like you should have saw this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You should have saw this. But I ran into it, man. Lost almost everything I had except my mind and my family. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. It was the hardest, best lesson I ever had in my life because it told me less about her and more about me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that takes a whole lot of people. A lot of people just shatter and crumble under not physically abused, but in some cases that can happen.
Right.
It's still the same, but it's like the things that you have to endure. It could take you some years just to get past that, man.
There we go.
We got called in. Who is that?
Sandy.
This is.
Hey, what's up, girl?
Guys.
Good to hear from you. So glad you decided to call
Good to
in.
hear from you. Hold on, let me see if I can turn this other one off to make sure that I don't have no feedback in the back.
We do
Yes, George
appreciate that.
Horton,
Ron.
daughter of
How
George Horton.
you doing?
We good, man. How you doing, man? What you want to talk to us about?
I'm doing wonderful. I would love to hear about surviving a narcissist. I mean, like, what does that really mean?
Oh man, well that's we only got, this is the psychologist. We only got 6 minutes left. Some of us that are as gullible to be in certain situations we would normally be aware of and used by someone else because you're so blinded by your emotional attachment to the situation. It is no different, man, than when they show you those old school films of the girls getting off the bus in California at 18 years of age with a hope and dream in their mind.
Right.
And there's a pimp on the road across from the bus station picking out which chicks he wants because I'm finna pick them off like sharks.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's really as a victim at that time to what a narcissist could do to you and how they look for you and how you
But I
afraid to
need you to
perform.
define
Same
what a
thing.
narcissist is first,
A
so that I
narciss-
know what you survive. Because I think sometimes we can call people a narcissist,
Uh-huh.
but most people in relationships are in relationships for their own selfish reasons anyway, aren't they?
Oh no, man! I'm talking about a person that cannot empathize with you in a relationship, within the context of a relationship. At no point in time do they empathize with any position that you present
No.
that doesn't play to their benefit on some level.
So everything is for their benefit.
Oh, absolutely.
There is no.
They all about you. They on your side. Oh yeah, me too. Like, you like that food? Yeah, I like that food. Me too. That's your favorite movie? That's my favorite too. Me too.
So
And then
the
all of a sudden,
representative showed up first.
all of a sudden, the
person.
person that's hooking you in and bringing you in, all of a sudden you wake up 2 years later and it's like, I want to go see The Dark Knight. I don't. I want to go see Love and whatever. Okay, we'll go see Love and something. With satisfaction takes precedence over your identity. So yes, we could do a whole show about this. But what was your question?
Ooh, I like him. He makes me happy. Ooh, I like him. He pays my bills. Ooh, I like her. She got some good stuff.
If she paid my bills, she wouldn't be a narcissist.
So
By
what
default.
can he do for me? So
Yeah,
yeah, we got a whole nother show.
Look,
Because
Can't
you're
do that
talking
for
about the
you.
narcissist.
for the record, I'm not opposed to
no.
sugar mamas now. Just so you know.
Selfish reasons.
But see, that's the thing. Like when women dealing with a male narcissist, like, well, what do they do for me? Like when you find yourself paying all the bills, all that kind of stuff, and they're not doing those basic things for you, a woman can say, oh, okay, I can spot you faster. But what if you're a man?
Oh yeah.
And the woman uses her body to bring you in and hold you there. She's getting something out of it too. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But you're not looking to her for money. You're not looking to her to provide other than sex. You're not looking to her at this level for any of those things that would disqualify the average man and would automatically be more at the mercy of a narcissist than a woman
target.
would.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Because it would require too much empathy on a narcissist's behalf to sustain that kind of financial commitment for so long.
True.
That would drain the hell out of them.
A lady I follow on online, she was talking about a narcissist, and she.
I'm not going to stay on y'all's line and hold you up because I
Oh,
stay on
I'm
y'all's
sorry.
line.
What was your
I
question?
think Felicia's trying to get through also, so I will get off the phone.
Thank you, baby.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
thank you. Bye.
Take care. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you. We love you. And thank you for your support. And give Caleb our best.
You're welcome.
All right.
Are you smiling? Because I can't see. Are you smiling right now?
Yes, my last name
Absolutely.
is Johnson, too.
It's a little narcissistic. I just want to make sure that I am producing the smile that's on your face right
Absolutely.
now.
It's all about me. Time Storm.
Bye.
New York.
She trouble. She
Oh,
trouble.
yeah. Y'all always remind me of each other. Every time, I swear to you, you're
keep
at the Santa
saying
Fe,
that.
y'all
Yeah.
like, y'all separated, Burton don't know it. That's the one that you
Well, look,
activate up
with
in
my daddy, you never know. It might have been. Shoot.
I want to hear what Felicia got to say. Call on in. We got 1 minute.
Minute and 38 seconds.
Yeah, minute and 38 seconds. So
Damn.
come on. I know we had a good time, man. Good show, man. We had fun. It was real. It was real, man. It was
See, we don't
real.
need you, Los.
Yeah, get out of here. You and your knees.
Yes, that is right, Los. You are absolutely right.
Get out of here.
Dude, we ain't tripping.
But I guess we'll go ahead and call it a night, man. I know there's a delay, but
Yeah.
maybe we could hear from him next time.
Hopefully, and if you didn't get a chance to call in because we're wrapping it up now, you know, be more proactive. Come in early on the show. We definitely want to hear from y'all. So we don't mind pausing what we might be talking about, have you included in the conversation. We definitely want you.
This could have been the name of the Daily Smoke LLC last time I checked.
We didn't
It's a LLC.
Right. We didn't claim
We talking
this.
I thought this was an LLC. And when you change that mortgage on LLC, we can't contribute to the payments.
No. No.
Hey, man, I'm Brother Ron, man.
Brother Jam.
Brother Black Hand.
Brother
We are
Black
the
Animal.
Daily Smoke. We thank y'all so much, man. We love y'all. Brother Los, God bless you. Have a good time with your family. Everyone that participates week in and week out to, spend time with us. Thank you so much. We value your time and your attention and energy. God bless you. Help us out any way you can, and we'll be here consistently every week, day in and day out for you. We take care. We love you guys.
Peace.
Peace.